Hello everybody and welcome back to the new VR news. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your one channel for everything VR related. Today's episode is once again going to focus primarily on new VR games. We'll recap Unplugged VR's gaming showcase, go over what we should expect from Steam's Next Fest, and there's a few additional game updates to go over. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm really happy that the last few episodes have been more about software than some random new tech that we won't see for a while, or other minor operating system changes. While we would still like to see some upgrades to VR tech, right now the industry needs some good software more than anything else. So let's not waste any time and jump right into this video, starting with a game that you guys should definitely check out. The free card dueling game Cards and Tankards is now available on App Lab. If you were a fan of games like Magic the Gathering, you can recapture that experience inside VR in Cards and Tankards. I personally never played those types of card games and found this title extremely easy to get into, a lot of fun to play, and there's always people online. It's also designed just like a real life gathering. You can just stand around, observe some people playing, cheer them on, or study the competition. Cards and Tankards is absolutely free for the Oculus Quest and PC VR, so just go download it, check it out, and see what you think. Now, if card games aren't your speed, we got a new trailer for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Tempestfall. Now, this game is also currently running a closed beta. If you're interested, there's a link down in the description, and it's definitely worth trying your luck to enter because this game is looking pretty awesome. Tempestfall is an action-adventure title set in the brutal world of Warhammer. The latest trailer shows off a bit more of the combat, and you'll be crushing skeletons, ripping off heads, and even summoning some lightning. Tempestfall is scheduled to release later this year for both the Oculus Quest and PC VR. Okay, so let's jump into recapping what we saw from Unplugged VR's showcase. This hour-long event gave us over 20 titles to look at, and a lot of never-seen-before footage. Unfortunately though, there were almost no new games announced. I'll quickly recap everything that was showcased, but I do highly recommend that you go check out the original video if you're interested in seeing any of this footage. The showcase opened up with an extended look at the PlayStation exclusive first-person shooter Fracked. The game's filled with some truly stylized graphics and over-the-top action. This latest footage shows you killing enemies while skiing down a mountain and surviving a train that goes off the rails. The more I see of this game, the more I can't wait to try it out. Speaking of games I can't wait to try, next up was Larcenauts, where they gave us a sneak peek of the melee-based character VOD. Larcenauts is an upcoming PvP shooter that takes inspiration from games like Overwatch and Team Fortress 2. VOD is definitely one of the more unique characters, and it looks like you'll be using him to punch your way through the battlefield. Larcenauts is launching in 4 days for the Oculus Quest and PC VR, and I will definitely see you guys online. Next, we got an update to Waltz of the Wizard. What was once a small free demo now looks like a full action adventure. The natural magic update has you casting unique spells, battling enemies, and it looks like solving some puzzles. It's been forever since I've tried this title out, and it looks like now I have a reason to get back in. After this, the showcase got a bit dramatic with some new footage for Song in the Smoke. This atmospheric adventure title strives for true realism with its animals AI. Hungry predators will hunt you, it's easy to startle prey, and you'll never know what exactly to expect from a wild animal. A project like this is what VR was made for, a high level of immersion that sucks you into a whole new world. But if you prefer just a fun time, the next title was Against, which is a noir-style rhythm fighting game. So rather than cutting blocks or following some orbs, you're going to be slashing enemies, dodging bullets, and battling some crazy bosses. So next up, Kaz and Cherry showed up to show off 4 upcoming games, including the space RTS title Eternal Starlight, Samurai Slaughterhouse, a samurai-themed arena fighter, Smash Drums, a new drum-based rhythm game, and Puzzle Bobble 3D coming to the PlayStation VR. Then we got a look at some new footage for Unplugged, an upcoming hand-tracked guitar game. This game is starting to look a lot more like VR's version of Guitar Hero, with some wild effects, unlockable guitars, and even crowd interaction. Unplugged will be coming to the Oculus Quest and Steam VR headsets that allow for hand tracking. Okay, so next up we got more footage for Sam and Max. And it looks like this animated adventure features escape rooms. 2 minutes of gameplay featured a search for colored keys, filled with wacky narration. At the end of the clip, you could see a report card, which is either showing off multiple other escape rooms, or these are all different mini games. Either way, it looks like Sam & Max is going to be a pretty fun time. Now, Sam & Max was followed up by one of the only games I have not previously seen before, and that's In the Hoop. This is an arcade basketball shooting simulator that also uses hand tracking. I'm not gonna lie, the live chat was pretty rough on this game, and overall it doesn't look that interesting to me. But if you've been dying for a mini basketball game in VR, well, here you go. So next up, we got the Styles update for Pistol Whip. This is a new way to change up the standard gameplay by choosing your weapon type and any additional modifiers. The game will let you know how intense this combination will be, and there's even style recommendations and a trending category so you can see what everyone else is playing. They're introducing a new revolver pistol and a crazy new modifier called Bullet Hell. If you're a fan of Pistol Whip, this is a great addition while we wait for that new Western-themed expansion. So next, we got some new footage from I Expect You to Die 2, The Spy in the Lair. It looks like we're in store for some more hilarious escape room deaths and spy-themed action. The original I Expect You to Die is an absolute classic, and I have high expectations from this title. So after a couple dramatic spy deaths, Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis showed up to quickly show off a few upcoming new games. This included Blockbuster, a title where you stomp around like Godzilla, destroying a city and eating its citizens. Sushi Ben, an anime-inspired adventure title where you have to save your favorite sushi bar from going out of business. Graphically, it looks like you're sucked right into a comic book, but I'm not sure what you actually do in this game. Sentenced, a title where you act as executioner, appeasing a bloodthirsty crowd. The developers are hoping this isn't all carnage, and you'll actually experience a moral dilemma playing this title. So after Mike gave us a good old cheers, we got some footage for Windlands 2, which is finally coming to the PlayStation VR. Windlands 2 is a truly unique platformer featuring some amazing cartoon graphics. It's been available for over 2 years on PC VR, and PlayStation VR users will finally get to experience it. The PlayStation VR is also getting an update to the party game Traffic Jams, and this includes a series of all new challenges. This update will be available for the PlayStation VR on August 26th. Okay, so next in the showcase, we got a look at Green Hell, which comically featured a Vive Cosmos. The live chat absolutely would not let that slide. But VR headset aside, this looks like an amazing new survival game. The VR mechanics look well implemented, and getting mauled by a tiger in VR looks pretty terrifying. Well, we'll find out soon enough because this game is set to release later this year. Another title releasing soon is After the Fall. During the showcase, we got to hear the developers talk about some of the goals of this game, which center around crossplay on all platforms, a high level of replayability, as aspects of the game will change every single time you play, and how they made sure to deliver the same experience on everything from the low-end mobile platforms to the highest spec PCs. The only difference will be the graphics, but the fun factor will remain the same. I've been calling this game Left 4 Dead in VR for quite some time now, and I really hope it lives up to that title. Okay, so then we shifted into updates coming from one of my favorite studios, Resolution Games. The amazing 1v1 shooter Blast On has some updates incoming, which includes a new single-player campaign featuring boss fights, a new in-game area to hang out in, and an updated Alien Blast minigame. Demeo also has its new quest incoming, the Realm of the Rat King. At this point, the action started to peak in the showcase, and we got some new footage for Sniper Elite VR. Battle your way through World War II, X-ray kill cam sniping the heads off of enemies. It looks like Sniper Elite VR is headed to take the title of Best World War II VR Shooter. Yes, that's my roundabout way of saying it looks better than Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. Okay, so the next announcement was a bit of a shock, and that's a Nerf VR game coming next year. They didn't show off any footage, so this is basically just a tease, but Nerf Ultimate Championship might be gunning for a esports VR style game. I actually think Nerf in VR is a great combination. And finally, the Upload VR showcase ended on a high note, letting us know that a Township Tale is coming to the Oculus Quest. A Township Tale is this amazing title that's been in development for years and has been freely available. It's a large open world with MMO-like components, but it focuses on exploration and crafting. Now, the Oculus Quest version will not currently support crossplay and will cost $10, but that does include 1,000 in-game credits. Don't let the $10 price tag on a title that was traditionally free slow you down. This game is worth checking out. Okay, so that was the whole Upload VR showcase, recapped in under 10 minutes. If you wanted to see any of that extra footage, I do recommend you go check out the video. For now, let's start talking about Steam's Next Fest, which is starting on June 16th. This is where Steam highlights upcoming new titles, and in many cases makes a demo of the game available. I'll include some links in the description to playable demos, but here are a few titles I am really looking forward to checking out. First up is the spy-themed escape room we mentioned earlier, I Expect You to Die 2, so you'll get a nice little taste and see if the gameplay and the humor is up your alley, but this is an easy recommendation for you guys to check out. Next up is Into the Darkness, a physics-heavy first-person shooter set in a dystopian future. It looks a bit like someone gave Boneworks a proper single-player campaign. I have some high hopes for this title, and next week we'll find out if it's any good. Another demo worth checking out is the noir-style rhythm game Against. We'll find out if battling bad guys is more fun than slicing blocks or shooting our pistols to the rhythm of the music. We also have an 80s sci-fi Tron-style first-person shooter to check out. Arcade gives us bright colors, low polygon counts, and some fast-paced action. It looks like a nice change of pace, and while games like this don't look great on flat screen, they tend to really shine in VR. And the final game I'm interested in checking out is Sentenced. Will I actually care about slicing off the heads of digital avatars? Will I experience any moral dilemma? Well, I guess next week I can find out. So there will be a lot more demos available, but those are the games that stood out to me, the ones I really want to try. But again, there is a link down in the description so you can check out all the demos available. Okay, so we just have one final story before today's new VR news is over, and that's some good news for people who use or want to use a Valve Index. Starting in August, the Valve Index will finally be available in Australia through EB Games. This only took 2 years and 2 months to happen, but I guess it's better late than never. Valve is also finally selling replacement hardware. Previously, if you broke your Valve Index cable and it was out of warranty, well, you were kind of out of luck. Now, support from Valve may vary, but in my experience it's been very positive, and they did replace a cable for me on a headset that was out of warranty. But I know many people who have broken multiple controllers, and now without a warranty replacement, had no other option besides buying a whole new kit. Well, now right and left controllers are sold separately. This is some great news, but I think the majority of us would prefer more robust controllers, and maybe an updated index or a wireless adapter, but I'm getting carried away here. Okay, I guess we can end this video on some wishful thinking. That's it, guys. That was the new VR news. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see you guys on next time.